It was in 1920 when Piaget's cognitive development stages were born. These stages are broken up into 4 separate groups: sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. The first stage, known as sensory motor, observes children between the ages 0 and 2 years old. The following video explains just how stage number 1 works.
The first stage of Piaget's theory of cognitive development is the sensory motor stage. This stage occurs from birth to approximately 2 years. During this stage, the baby explores the world around them using their senses and motor interactions with objects in that environment. Piaget proposed that the concept of object permanence, which is when objects continue to exist even if they're out of sight, develops between 8 and 10 months. A good example of this is peekaboo. He also concluded that babies develop stranger anxiety and are nervous or scared around unfamiliar faces. This indicates that even at a young age, babies can differentiate between faces such as their mothers and friends.
The second stage, known as pre-operational, observes children between the ages 2 and 7 years old. I will show 3 experiments you should try with a child between these ages so you can observe their response. In this first experiment, you start off with an equal amount of water. As you can see, each bottle is filled to exactly below the sticker. You should ask the child, which bottle has the most water? You should expect to hear an answer such as, they are all the same. After that, pour each bottle into a different sized and shaped container and ask the same question. Although each cup has the same amount of water, you should expect a child between these ages to think the taller glass has the most just because the glass is taller. Now that the first experiment is done, let's start with the second. For this one, take 10 coins and put them in 2 equal rows of 5. Then ask the child, without counting, which row has more coins. Again, you should expect to hear they are all the same. After that, separate the coins in one of the rows, leaving large spaces in between, and ask the child the same question. More than likely, a child between these ages, 2 and 7, will think the row with the coins largely separated has more coins. For this last experiment, ask the child, would it be fair if I have 2 slices of bread and you have 1? Most would say no. After that, take the child's 1 slice of bread and split it in 2. Then ask the same question. A child in this pre-operational stage more than likely will think it is fair now. The third stage, known as concrete operational, observes children between the ages 7 through 11 years old. In this stage, a child starts to think a lot more logically and conditionally. For this stage, I will use you as my participants for these experiments. Yes, I know we are all past the ages of 7 through 11, but just try to think like an 8-year-old for the experiments. Test number 1. The statement is, if you hit a glass with a hammer, the glass will break. Troy hit the glass with the hammer. Did the glass break? Raise your hand if you think yes. Test number 2. The statement is, if you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break. Troy hit the glass with a feather. Did the glass break? Raise your hand if you think yes. If you raise your hand for both, congratulations. You have successfully made it past the concrete operational stage. Last but not least is the formal operational stage, which is stage number 4. This stage observes people between the ages 11 and older. In this stage, you should be able to think more sophisticated and advanced. To explain this stage, I will show a short video interview.
Okay, and so how old are you?
17.
All right. If you had a third eye, where would you put it?
Probably in the back of my head,
Why?
so I can see behind me and in front of me at all times.
Okay. If Kelly is taller than Allie and Allie is taller than Joe, who's the tallest?
Kelly.
Yeah, okay, good. What would happen if people stopped having children?
Oh my god. Then the human evolution will come to an end.
Okay, what are some things that would happen before that?
People are going to be unhappy. I don't know. I don't know. I guess people are going to be like having sex with condoms on. I don't know.
And this concludes my short movie about Jean Piaget's life and contributions to education. I hope you all enjoyed it.